everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria if you're new here. And today's practice is called Sink and Simmer. So we'll be playing into a more grounding kind of energy and also exploring below the surface of our emotional state, our sensations, as well as our thoughts. Seeing what lies just like one layer underneath what's top of mind, and then going a little bit lower than that and a little bit lower than that. I have a quote for today's practice. This comes from Glennon Doyle's book, Untamed, and the quote is, "A surface desire is one that conflicts with our knowing. We must ask of our surface desires, what is the desire beneath this desire? Is it rest? Is it peace?" So, with that, all you need for yourself for your practice today is just a space to move. If you want to practice with blocks or any other props, you're always welcome to grab them. And whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll get started today by right away finding a little squat. So coming into Malasana, you can have your feet a little bit wider than your hips, angling your heels in and your toes out. If you'd like to start with a block for support under your sitting bones here, that can be nice. And fingertips can stay anchored for a little bit more of a supported position here, or start to draw your palms into prayer at heart center. Wherever you land, really begin to feel your feet as though they're melting into your mat. You can spread your toes a little, maybe wiggle your hips around from side to side. And then start to settle your eyes closed or just find a softness to your gaze. Begin to connect to a feeling of anchoring here, noticing how much you can drop and soften through the area of your pelvis, relaxing through the creases of your hips as well as through your pelvic floor. Create a gentle drawing of your heart forward in the direction of your thumbs, and imagine that there's a string connected to the crown of your head that's being pulled up toward the sky. Begin to notice how your breath is moving through your body, and see if you can imagine it washing or rinsing up and down the line of your spine, so that every inhalation creates a current of energy that lifts you, and every exhale breath creates an anchoring, a grounding, a rooted state. Stay here for a few more breaths, noticing any communications that your body is sending you. Usually, at the beginning of the practice, we are noticing what's the loudest. So just let yourself observe and explore. Throughout our practice, we'll start to look a little bit deeper, finding what's underneath the surface. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Root your fingertips to the earth. Begin to lift your hips. Go really, really slow. Turn your toes so that they point forward. You can keep your feet about hips distance apart. And we'll find our way down into ragdoll. Bend your knees a lot here, just letting everything hang. See if you can connect your belly to your thighs and relax your head entirely. Start with your awareness in your low back space. See how much you can spread out those vertebrae away from one another. On your next breath, awareness to your middle back and to the space in between your ribs, growing more there. And next breath here, drawing the awareness to the upper part of your spine, the cervical spine, getting into the back of the neck, and even washing down the back of the head all the way out through the top of your skull. Again here, connect to your feet, create a little energy into them, maybe wiggle your toes around, spread them, press them down, and then start to explore what it's like to bend your knees just a little more, and then just a little less. Noticing the deeper the bend, the more you can compress belly to thighs, get into your low back,
And then as the legs draw a little more towards straight, you might feel that stretch drawing down the backs of the legs through hamstrings and calves. Just stay. One more breath in. One more breath out. Root your toes, hug in through your front body, and so slowly round all the way up to standing, one vertebra at a time. See if you can move even slower and see how heavy you can keep your arms, your torso, your head, all the way up to the top as you rise here. Once your head lifts, soften your shoulders down away from your ears. Get grippy into your toes. Lift through the arches of your feet and up through the lines of your legs. Take a breath in, sweep your arms wide and all the way up to the sky. Follow your palms with your eyes as they touch overhead. As you exhale, draw your palms into prayer at heart center. Pausing here, get still. Noticing everything that's moving through your body. Ask what's at the surface. And then drop your awareness a little bit deeper into that sensation. And if you're not quite kind of understanding this in a rational way, see if your body can understand it. Blink your eyes open and soften your palms down. Inhale, reach wide, reach up. As you exhale, bring your fingers to interlace at the base of your spine. Heels of the hands hug together, bend your knees. When you inhale, tip your sitting bones back in space, cinch in through your waist, and start to lift up through your heart. Maybe eventually turning your eyes to look up and trying to stretch your thumbs away from your sacrum. Take another full breath in here. As you exhale, keep the interlace of the hands, gather in through your core as you dive down into a forward fold. Fists are stretching up toward the sky, crown of head is reaching to the toes. Just hang here, full breath in, full breath out. Release your grip. On your next inhalation, find a halfway lift, rippling through the spine to create more length. As you exhale, fingertips down to the earth. Pick up your toes, angle them out, then reroute the feet, bend your knees, and sink to Malasana, little squat here. Inhale, palms to prayer. As you exhale, soften around your jaw and around your hips. Take one more breath in. Breathing out, reach your fingertips forward, contract through your core, and see how softly you can place your sit bones down. If you need hands for that transition, use them. Walk your heels forward, catch onto the fronts of your shins. Breathe in, widen your knees, stick your butt back, lift your heart, lift your eyes. As you breathe out, draw back on your belly button and your sternum to round your spine and hollow your core, pulling your shins back in space, tuck your chin. One more like that. Inhale. Sitting bones back, heart lifts, eyes look up. Exhale, round and curl through your spine. Breathe in, neutralize sitting forward and place your palms behind you, leaving a bit of distance between your pelvis and the heels of your hands. Inhale to squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together, lift your heart. As you exhale, dig into finger pads and toe pads and begin to lift your pelvis away from the earth, finding a reverse tabletop position. Rock your weight a little bit forward and then a little bit back. Eyes can continue to look forward over your front body, or maybe start to tilt your head back and let it rest in your shoulder girdle. One more breath here. Press away from the earth. Lift your pelvis higher, inhaling. As you exhale, if your head is back, keep it tilted back as you sink your hips down first, and then slowly rebuild up your spine. On your inhalation, lift your feet away from the earth, reach your fingertips forward, finding Navasana. As you exhale, heels kick in towards your sitting bones, lean your chest forward, see if you can come back into Malasana. If you need hands for that transition again, no problem. Inhale, chest reaching towards your thumbs. Exhale, fingertips to the earth, lift your hips, turn your toes to point forward and fold in. Next inhale breath, press into your feet and with a long spine, rise all the way up to standing, turning your gaze to look up, following the fingertips with the eyes. As you exhale, palms into prayer, heart center. We're gonna do this again. Inhale, reaching wide, reach up. Exhale, interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Bend your knees. Take your inhale breath. Almost think like a little chair pose, but stick your butt back. Lift your heart. Reach your fists far back behind you. Open your collarbones. As you exhale, energy into your core, belly button to your spine. As you bow down, keeping the interlace of the fingers, drop your head. Inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Release your grip with your next inhalation. Halfway lift, tail back, crown forward. As you exhale, fingertips on the ground for support, heels in, toes out, bend your knees, sink to a squat. Inhale, palms to prayer. Exhale, soften jaw, shoulders, and pelvis. One more breath in. Feel the rise of the breath up the line of your spine. On your exhale, lean back with your hips and forward with your fingertips and see if you can sink your pelvis down without using your hands. Walk your heels forward. Catch your shins. Inhale, seated cow, hips back, heart up, eyes up. Exhale, round and curl. Make your spine really fluid as you come into this position. Next inhale, breath, open up into an arch again. Exhale, round in. Breathe in, neutralize your spine. Let's float the fingertips all the way up overhead. As you exhale, place your palms down behind you. Fingertips point toward or away from you. Inhale, root hands and feet as you cinch your waist, lift through your heart. As you exhale, press into the earth and slowly lift your hips up into reverse tabletop. A little different this time. See if you can lift your heels away from the earth. Press more into your right foot and draw your left knee in toward your chest. Breathing in here, maybe just stay. As you breathe out, if you'd like to extend your leg all the way up toward the sky and drop your head back, do so. One more inhale breath. Press into the earth and grow through your left set of toes. As you exhale, softly release your left toes back to the earth. Keep that heel lifted. Inhale to hug your right knee in toward your chest. Hips are high. Exhale, stay or stretch your right leg straight or straight-ish. One more breath in, really feeling the airing out of the front body. As you exhale, all 10 toes to the mat. You can sink your heels down. Keep your head back if it was as you release your pelvis to the earth. Slowly rebuild your spine. Let your head stack last at the top. Inhale, energy into your core. Float your shins parallel to the earth and reach your fingertips forward, boats. As you exhale, heels draw in toward you. Lean your chest forward. Make sure there's enough space. Your feet are wide enough so you can come through. Landing in Malasana. Breathing in. Breathe out, fingertips to the ground. Lift your hips, turn your toes forward and fold. Inhale, root to rise. Long spine as you come to standing tall, arms overhead. Exhale, palms into prayer heart center. One more time. Breathe in, reach wide, reach up. Breathe out, interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Inhale, stick your butt back, bending the knees, lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades and look up. As you breathe out, keep the interlace of the fingers, dive your chest all the way down over your thighs and stretch your fists to the sky, dropping the head here. Inhale. Exhale, let your body sink. Release the fingers. Breathe in, find a halfway lift, make a wave up through the spine. Exhale, fingertips down, turn, heels in, toes out, bend your knees and sink to a squat. Inhale here. Exhale, breath, soften your feet into the earth. Breathing in. Breathing out, sitting bones down, reach forward with your arms and step your heels forward. Catch your shins, inhale, stick your butt back, heart up, eyes up. Exhale, round and curl, press or squish your front body in toward your back body. Again, breathe in, lift your heart. Breathe out, round through your spine. Inhale, neutral spine, reach your fingertips high. Exhale, place your palms down to the earth behind you, fingertips toward or away from you. Inhale, heart up, shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale, reverse tabletop, lift your hips. Lift your heels. Breathing in, hug your left knee toward your chest. Breathing out, stretch the legs straight, maybe drop your head back. Stay, one more breath in. Exhaling, switch sides, left toes land. Inhale, right knee hugs in toward your chest. Exhale, right toes stretch to the sky. One more breath in, inflate the shape. As you exhale, land your right toes down, heels down, and slowly sink your hips to the earth, your sitting bones rather.
and then rebuild your spine. Head comes up last.
Inhale, breath, lean back as your shins float parallel to the earth, palms forward, boats. Exhale, breath back into Navasana. Take a breath in. Breathing out, fingertips land, lift your hips, turn your toes to point forward and fold. And then just let yourself drop here, sinking into your sensations. Take a little moment in this fold to simmer. Letting what arises be exactly as it is. You don't have to fix it or change it. Just explore it really, really thoroughly with your awareness. On an inhale breath, find a halfway lift. Send your tailbone back and reach the crown of your head forward. As you exhale, place your fingertips to the earth. Pick up your left foot and step it all the way to the back of your space, aligning for warrior one as you transition. Toes out, heel down. Root the back edge of your left foot and your right heel. And as you inhale, press down and rise to standing here. Arms are tall toward the sky, shoulders softening. And then just see how much you can settle into this lunge here, feeling the press of your feet into the earth. Notice any tension that's creeping in around your face, your jaw, your eyes. Let it soften. One more breath in. As you breathe out, pivot your palms to the earth, lift your back heel. Press down, round your spine, and step back into downward facing dog. Arriving here, take a moment to, again, like spread or soften hands and feet into the earth as though they're melting into it. Feel the reaching of the tip of your tailbone diagonally up and back, lengthening through your spine. And then hug in just a little into your front body as you press your hands into the earth. Breathe in, lift your heels, round through your spine, make a big wave to come forward into high plank. As you exhale, lower knees, chest and chin, arching your back as you do this so your hips stay high. Pause with your heart anchored to the earth, breathing in here, breathing out to let it melt. Next breath in, tops of the feet root down, curl your tailbone underneath of you, and wave forward through your spine to open up into cobra. Micro bend your elbows, reach from the backs of your ribs forward, lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale, coming through tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale breath. Stretch your left leg high to find three-legged down dog. As you exhale, right heel rises, hug your left knee forward, and just see how slowly you can step your left foot to your left thumb. Come onto your fingertips and allow your back knee to touch down. Breathe in, reach your fingertips to the sky, kneeling warrior. Breathe out, let your hands land on top of your left thigh. You can interlace them there. Untuck your back toes. Press your right toenails down. Try to drag them towards your left heel. As you simultaneously settle your pelvis down and forward. Just noticing how the depth in this lunge opens up the more you relax into it. Releasing resistance, sinking through your sensations. Full breath in, full breath out. Land your fingertips forward. Lift your back knee off the ground. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, step forward, fold forward. Feet parallel or hips distance. Inhale to halfway lift. As you exhale, fingertips to the mat. Pick up your right foot. Take a big step with it to the back of your space, aligning for warrior one through this transition. Inhale, root into the earth and rise. Arms high, shoulders soft. Finding your focus here. Listening to what's communicating a little more quietly now. Slightly draw back on your outer left hip, forward on your right one, and sink a little more. One more inhale breath. Exhale, lift your back heel, turn those toes forward, dive your hands down to the earth. Rooting there. Squeeze in through your core, round your spine, and pick up your left foot, hover it back, downward facing dog. Pause. Dig into the earth through finger pads and toe pads. Breathe in, lift your heels, round your spine, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, relax your belly, relax your heart. Inhale, tops of the feet anchor. Tuck your tailbone and make a big wave forward into cobra. Try to pull the heels of your hands and your toenails toward one another. Breathe in. Breathe out, pressing through tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, hips to the sky, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, rise your right leg high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, right knee hugs forward in slow motion. Step right foot through to the top of your mat and then land your back knee. Breathe in, pull your feet toward one another, arms rise. Breathe out, hands onto your right thigh, left toenails pressing down, and then just sink. What can you consciously relax? One more breath. Place your fingertips to the top of your mat. Curl your back toes under. Breathing in as you lift that knee. Breathe out, step forward, fold forward. Let's do this again, moving, breath to movement. Inhale, halfway lift, iron it out. Exhale, fingertips down, left foot steps back, align for warrior one. Inhale, breath, root your feet, rise to standing here. As you exhale, palms to the mat, left toes turn forward, press down, round, pick up right foot, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, heels rise, round forward, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin come down. Breathe in, unfurl all the way forward into cobra. Breathe out, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. On your inhalation, left leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale, breath, step, left foot, left thumb. Different this time. Sink your back knee down, press your right palm down, and inhale, cactus up through your left elbow. As you exhale, reach around and back, arc your heart to the sky. Stay here or kick your right heel in. See if you can catch for that foot in your left hand. Unclench your teeth. Comb your breath down the front of your right thigh. One more inhale. One more exhale. Release. Right toes tucked down, right knee lifts, fingertips forward and wide on your mat as you breathe in. Breathe out, step into a fold, bowing down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips land, pick up your right foot, step it back, align for warrior one. Inhale, breath rises your torso and your arms up to bring you there. As you exhale, palms to the mat, press into them, squeeze your core, pick up left foot, step back, down dog. Inhale, wave forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, unfurl forward into cobra. Really dig into your toenails. And exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg rises, three-legged down dog. Breathe out, step, right foot through to the top of your mat. Touch your back knee down, plant your left palm. Inhale, cactus through your right elbow, swivel your heart to the sky. Exhale, right palm reaches around and back behind you, staying or catching onto your back foot in your hand. And you can catch from the outside, the top, the inside, whatever is accessible to you. Feel the support of your back body here as you lean into it just a little. One more breath. Let your heart inflate. Release your grip. Tuck your back toes. Fingertips forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, lifting the left knee. Exhale, step forward, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift and lengthen. Breathe out, just a bow. Fingertips down. Coming down to a squat once again. If you want to keep your toes a little more forward or have your feet a little more narrow in their stance this time, you can. We're going to round. So crawling your fingertips forward and just let your head fall heavy. Sometimes I like to rock a little bit forward and back, like to the front parts of the feet and then back onto the heels. Sometimes a lateral glide of the pelvis feels nice. Breathing through your spine. Notice anything that has been like stirred up in your practice and let it all settle here. Slowly lift your head and draw your sitting bones down to the ground. Walk your feet forward. Take a breath in, reach your fingertips forward. As you breathe out, slowly round all the way down to lying on your back for 3, 2, 1. And right away, going into Shavasana, unless there's anything else that your body is really craving or asking for you to do here. Land. Everything is heavy and melting and releasing. And then these next couple of minutes in Shavasana are your time to simmer, to let your body absorb the effects of your practice, and surrender to everything as it is. Start to come back into your body. Feel your breath begin to move and deepen. And when you're ready, you can start to wake up fingers and toes. On an inhalation, allowing your body to open up into a long stretch, arms back, toes forward. On an exhalation, rolling to your side for fetal pose, melting here. Press down. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Closing our practice in Sukhasana, sitting bones anchoring you down, crown of head lifting tall, palms up or down on your thighs. Let your eyes stay closed or soften the focus of your gaze. And then ask here, what's just below the surface? What can you dive into a little bit deeper? And then what opens up when you access this depth? Sometimes the questions that we ask remain unanswered for a while as things process. And sometimes you might have more clarity right away. But just continue to consider as you move into the rest of your day and your week ahead. What might be just under the surface? What might your deeper desire be in each moment? Draw your palms to prayer at heart center. Take a final moment here for you. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Lift your heart, bow chin to chest.
Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. I hope that you're feeling connected to your body and your breath and ready for whatever lies ahead for you in the rest of the day. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, you can do that down below. You can also join as a monthly donation member. This really, really helps to support me. I hope you have a great day or night, and I'll see you soon in the next class. Bye.